wants to jump on here. That's right, Boba Fett's Starship. So this is all new, more accurate deco on this thing. It's the same awesome ship, the big version that you guys have come to love, but this is deco based on Book of Boba Fett. So all the weathering after it's been trapped for a long time, after he's been in the Sarlacc, it's been rusting away, all that cool stuff. So we know it's been sitting around for a while. And the ship comes with that great display stand. You see it there with the Mythosar skull on it. It's another great look on this next slide. Just even more of that cool detail. So you see some of those new panel stripes and stuff on there. A couple of extra colors of red and some extra weathering going on. Just really updating it to make it even more accurate to the reference and what we saw on the show. It also comes with the removable container. There's 2 mines that have always come with it. And obviously seating for 3 figures, so you can get everybody in there.
And as for the figure that comes with this, we just love the scenes in the Book of Boba Fett where he received those Tusken robes. It was almost ceremonial, so they wrapped him in them. And so we brought that to life in this exclusive figure offering where he has his full premium soft goods. And that isn't just a new robe for this figure. He actually as well has a totally new upper torso, new lower legs, new elements to the sculpt too. He has newly sculpted weapons, such as the long blaster and that gaffy stick. And for the fans that have a Fennec Shan, honestly, those are going to make a great team up with this vehicle, just like the scenes in the show. Fennec Shans separately purchased would go great with this one too. Such a dynamic duo.
For their adventures on the ship. Of course, we'll have a few from the Black Series as well. Our first reveal for today is... I mean, I do think it's worth it. I really wanted to reveal this one. So we haven't had Grogu in the main line in a long time, so we're really excited to have him here. He's a brand new figure with articulated arms, and that was a challenge for the team at that scale because he's just so small. But we worked really closely with our sculptor and engineer to make sure that he has that functionality correctly. So this little Grogu can move his arms, so cute. He comes with a lot of accessories, including a brand new cram from season 2. So you can open and close the lid, and he fits nicely inside, of course, we made sure of that. And there's some really cool tempo weathering on it as well. He comes with a Mythosaur skull necklace, which can fit around his head, and he can wear it. And he also comes with a sleeve of cookies, which has packaging so that he can hold this tiny little accessory in his tiny little hands. The soup bowl, gear shifter knob, and the frog rounds out the rest of the accessories for a full pack. He also has an alternate head, one with his eyes closed, using the Force. The other with his eyes open, as you can see here, alert and engaging. The alternate head with the eyes closed is hidden in the packaging, so you won't be able to see it right away, but it's there.
Jing, I'm sensing you like this product a little bit. If this one disappears at the end of the show, we know where we're coming.
Oh man, he's so adorable. But speaking of packaging, so you can see the alt head, as you can see here, but let's take a look at that side art. Our first Grogu solo. He gets his own solo. Illustration was just so fun and so cute, like those cheeks. His eyes closed, concentrating and using the Force. You can see him levitating the rocks in front of him. So here's our first Black Series one. Love it.
It's crazy, like such a central character in season 2. We haven't done a season 2 Fram yet, but long overdue and well deserved.
Yeah, brand new figure with articulating arms and cookies. What more can you ask for? So our next character has made his debut in season 1, just like Grogu, and he's one of our favorite characters, but we didn't have the season 1 outfit yet. Shame on us. We think it's time. Introducing Big Mayfeld in his season 1 outfit from The Mandalorian. So Mayfeld is a brand new figure as well. Comes with a whopping 5 accessories, 4 blasters, 1 that is attached to his backpack. So his backpack's the other accessory. His backpack also has an articulating arm like we saw in the entertainment. We're really excited about his backpack in general. It's just a different kind of accessory we don't really get to do a lot in Star Wars. And he has 4 holsters on his body, 2 across his hip and 2 across his chest to hold all his weapons. So fully ready to take on the action, the pew-pews. So fully ready to take on the action. As for packaging, this is the second Mayfeld in the line. As you guys know, we did season 2 of him last year. It was so fun to get his blasters in the illustration, including that robotic arm. It made its appearance there as well, of course.
Absolutely, awesome. So a lot of weapons in Mayfeld. Talking about weapons, the next figure's a weapon by himself. You know, who could it be? Who could it be? It is HK87, also from, also from Mando Season 2. We're continuing to build out that Mando Season 2 lineup. So this is another brand newly tooled figure for the Black Series. He or she comes with his half soft goods robe, which really helps get all that articulation of the figure into play, giving him the freedom to get into those great poses that our team does so well and the community does so well as well. I don't know. Again, you know, even though he's just a droid, we wanted to make sure he had all of that same standard articulation. He comes fully equipped with bars-wide joints. These are a little bit more hidden than a typical droid. Eric, the designer on Black Series, made sure to do that, but allows for that great posability. He comes with a blaster accessory, a weapon for a weapon, and in general is just really a great troop builder. It was great to see this character make his way into modern entertainment and now into the Black Series line, which was great. So as you can see here, a closer look. This is one of our first plastic-free packages. We have Ned B in the booth as well. We wanted to really keep the integrity of the Black Series line. You know, you can see the side art maintains there. So, you know, I know in my collection, we know a lot of the community. That's how they display the figures in pack, is in that lineup. And so we wanted to make sure to preserve that, not disrupt that montage, because that's so important. The structure is exactly the same. That side art still connects to the items already out there, so there will be a seamless transition in your individual sub-collections, and creates that really great collection-based artwork, which is fantastic. So HK87, new character in the line. We're excited to see that character. So our next reveal, we'll continue kind of laying the breadcrumbs. I love the breadcrumbs. It's a figure we saw earlier today in a different line, but such a key character. We wanted him out in the Black Series as well. That's right, it's Luke Skywalker, also from Season 2 of The Mandalorian, that fantastic appearance. So this again is a brand newly tooled figure. Also comes with that full soft goods robe to unlock that articulation system that Eric does so well. We're really happy, again, it's the little attention to detail that Eric on Black Series and Emily on Vintage and Chris do so well with the hood. You can see here in the photography, and the photography is done great as well. The hood falls on the figure, giving him that dramatic look that we see in Mandalorian Season 2. He comes with separate sculpted hair, with a color separation and breaks from the hair and face to kind of really dial that in. We've done a lot of Lukes throughout the year. Luke's made a lot of appearances, but I feel like each one gets better and better and better, and we're really seeing that Mark Hamill likeness. This likeness obviously is based on the Mark Hamill likeness in Mando Season 2, which is great. As a brand newly tooled figure, also has a great range of motion, butterfly joints again, everything we would expect from a brand new Black Series figure. He has that classic green saber that we see, and I don't know about you guys, but like when I was watching this, you know, trying to guess who's it going to be, and yeah, that moment where he lights up the saber, I think I was alone in a room and I like cheered. Yeah, exactly. I would say I squealed, I don't know, but I cheered very manly. So it's that classic green saber, removable blade. The hilt can be holstered to his belt, as we can see here. And we're just really so happy with how it turned out. Hopefully you guys are as well. You know, again, every time we do that Luke, I feel like we get a little closer to that likeness, so that's great to see. In terms of the packaging, again, we can see another plastic-free example here. That likeness is always, you know, challenging for our team to nail. But again, looking here, I think they've done a great job. And it's so beautiful. Again, I remember seeing the end of the first episode of Mandalorian and seeing that end credits art. I think it's the first time I've watched a TV show all the way to the end of the credits. But they look so beautiful, showcases those characters in a different color, and also kind of the pun there, as you know, we include a credit accessory, and we've kind of evolved those each year. So today we will be revealing our 6 credit collection items in the third wave, all from Season 2 of The Mandalorian, starting with the first one. Obviously, you've got to have Mando himself. So we see here his deco is based on the artwork of him flying away from the Crate Dragon in episode 1 of season 2. A really unique deco look for Mando, really cool to see. A lot more orange and salmon colors. So we thought it was really cool out of the end credits available, and this is the one we chose. So he comes, you're seeing here the credits for this third wave. He comes with a circular gold New Republic credit. So we did Imperial credits for season 1 and 2, I think the equivalents of dollars for season 1, and spare change for season 2, and now we're progressing into New Republic credits. The figure himself, of course, comes with his jetpack blaster and blaster rifle. And this character is an Amazon exclusive, available for pre-order standard time tomorrow, 5 p.m. And it will be out on spring of next year. So moving on, we gotta move fast, we got so much. Our next figure for this collection is a popular character that we saw for the first time in season 2 of The Mandalorian. It's Bo-Katan. Excited to see this one. So it's interesting, our team, most of the figures, like our product design and our brand design teams kind of, certainly work together, but these, it's very hand in hand, absolutely, because of just the nature of the expression is so based in the packaging and the artwork. So as the team dug through the end credits art, there just weren't, go back and watch Mando season 2, it's a good thing to do anyways, but there's just not a lot of end credit scenes with Bo-Katan. But fortunately, there was this action-packed shot that we really loved, her flying away with her jetpack. So she's a lot darker. She has those darker tones in this end credit scene. So the deco reflects that more on the dark side. Her blues got darker, her undersuit went nearly to black, so we reflected that. Her face is unchanged. Obviously, we wanted to keep that great likeness. But we did adjust her hair to be more accurate to the end credit scene, to the end credit, to the entertainment. So if you look, you can also see, and I love these details that Eric and the team do, the flare of her jetpack on her waist and arms replicate the inflections that we see in the artwork. She, of course, comes with her removable helmet, articulating rangefinder, jetpack, and both of her blasters. And we have 2 different credits. We saw the first one with Mando. We're seeing the second one here for this round. So her credit's a larger, triangular New Republic credit. Giving some differentiation there. So she is a fan channel exclusive. Will be available at those retailers, including all of the fan channels. Available for pre-order at that standard time tomorrow. She will be out later this fall. There's some differentiation here. So she'll be out later this fall, Mando's spring of 2023. Our next figure, we're going to keep moving. Another well-known popular female warrior we saw in Mando Season 2. It is, of course, Ahsoka Tano. Love seeing the different versions of Ahsoka. So her entire color palette also got significantly darker based on that end credit scene. We see more shades of purple across the figure. Her skin tone is the same as the current one, but she has a glowing blue flare across her legs to match the artwork. To replicate the appearance you see in the end credits there, the saber reflecting across her body. You can see it posed out beautifully there next to the end credits. So we're so happy with how it turned out. It's subtle, but very effective. She, of course, comes with her dual lightsabers, both with removable blades. And just like Bo-Katan, she has that larger end credit. And just calling out, again, I love the little details. A little detail here for this round of credit collections. The credit actually comes with 2 different sides, basically a heads and a tails. The previous ones didn't. So finally, now you can flip one of these and make the important decisions in your life. So we've answered that out. She's a Target exclusive, and this one actually, this is the one item here, so note this, that has a different pre-order date. This one will be available for pre-order on this coming Tuesday, July 26th, same time, 1 p.m., that's our standard time, but everything else will be tomorrow. This one is Tuesday. And she will be available on shelf later this fall. So 3 great credit collections. Hopefully there's someone here who can talk to us about 3 more.
Oh, no, good. All right, so moving on, another well-known key character we saw in season 2. I think we all lost our minds when he showed up, and that is, of course, Boba Fett himself. So, just that, you see that concept art there on the right of him standing there overlooking the Dune Sea. Just the back view, so iconic. I mean, it's weird to think about the back view of a character as being so iconic, but I think that's stuck with all of us so much. So that moment where he reappeared in content is kind of the inspiration for this. We have to include the version here, obviously, credit collection. One of the things I love about this one is that art, and in those warm tones in there. So we took those warm tones and really pulled that palette into this figure. You see that there are all those nice warm things. You see the sunlight looking over his shoulder. I think on the next slide here we'll see how we recolor the soft goods. So really a nice warmer tone there as well. It comes with the triangular New Republic credit that we saw previously. And just a little note, all the credits are sculpted to full size here too. So they're replicas of those ones from the show. Let's see, what else we have? So Boba Fett's a Walmart exclusive, and pre-orders tomorrow, 7/23 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time.
Bear with us.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So pre-orders tomorrow, 7/23 at 5 p.m. Eastern, and becomes available next spring. Our next credit collection figure, an alien that took a prominent role in the Boba Fett story. Yeah, the Tusken Raider. So some really bright colors going on here. So a complete color palette change. A lot more yellow across the entire figure. You see that. Just to note the robes he's wearing here are that same material that we've done on the Tusken Raider before, which is really beautiful. All the texture and stuff to those, but just done up in bright yellow color. You see in these pics that his entire color palette got a lot different. So he's got whites and reds and stuff underneath that robe too. After this, come down to the booth and check him out. I posted, so he's got his thing open so you can really see some of the interior deco. So really cool stuff going on there. He's got a sun-kissed flare over his shoulder, spills down into the rest of the body. Overall, just a nice, unique look for the character that we wanted to do. So, the Tusken Raider is a GameStop exclusive. You see with the round credit here. Pre-orders start tomorrow, 7/23 at 5 p.m. Eastern, and he'll be available later this fall.
I don't think we can pose out a Tusken without doing that. Gaffy's stick over the head.
Hear it in your
Yeah.
head.
I did.
There we go. you can't not do it. Yeah.
No, I did. He doesn't do that, I don't think. Maybe he did. I don't know. We'll see what I did. All right, so moving on, our final new figure from the credit collection is next, and this one is a deluxe figure. So really cool here. The Dark Trooper.
The
So,
Dark
like our
Trooper.
other credit collection reveals, he's also from Endo Season 2, but the various yellows and blues throughout that figure from the concept art there, this was one of the more striking ones, just in all that color that's in that art. So it's really fun to capture that here. And he's even got the kind of the red pinkish glows going up his legs to give him the impression of the light when you plug the little wire flares down into the bottom of the thrusters. Yeah, so he comes with all the accessories that the regular deluxe version of this came with. So the ultimate hands, the blaster, feet thruster flames, so just a nice dramatic figure, as you can see here. He comes obviously with a gold New Republic credit, and the Dark Trooper is a Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney exclusive. Will be available for pre-orders starting tomorrow at 7/23 at 5 p.m. on Hasbro Pulse, and available at Shop Disney at a later date, shipping fall of this year. So.
Just a big shout out again to Eric and Marie, our designers, who do a great job. Awesome. Here we go. Buckle up.
So obviously, we had a couple programs that were everybody's favorites, the 40th programs. Well, we've got these first two, Star Wars and Empire, and I think everybody kind of knows what's coming next.
Oops.
Wrong direction.
Yep.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. A bunch of these coming. We're going to pipeline reveal a bunch here, but there's even more 40th celebration stuff coming. So this isn't the full scope of it, but this is a first look at a bunch. So retro collection. We're obviously not going to leave those guys hanging. So some great classic Kenner ones. You see all of those up there. So Luke, Val, Han, Lando, the Emperor, Biker Scouts, some great figures that way.
And for the vintage collection, our first up is Return of the Jedi Han Solo, followed by a new officer, Admiral Piet.
Awesome.
We also have a vintage vehicle coming, which will be a newly tooled speeder and a scout trooper.
Moving on to Black Series, we have two waves to share with you today. Like I mentioned, or Patrick mentioned earlier, these will continue to be in plastic as part of the 40th celebration. The first wave consists of Andor, Leia, Han in Trenchcoat, Lando, Skiff-Guard, Scout Trooper, and Wicket. We also have for our next wave the Stormtrooper, Papu, Chewie, Bib Fortuna, and Palpatine.
Awesome. We've got some deluxe figures as well. We'll be bringing our Boba Fett into the expression, and then a newly tooled Endor Rebel Commando, which is great. Excited to see those. So we're moving fast. So those are our pipeline reveals for 40th. We do have some other pipeline reveals to celebrate. From other great entertainment, starting with these next ones for the Black Series. We will have Kiadi Mundi, a
Looks
newly
like
tooled
black
brand new
chrysanthemum.
Mandalorian, and of course Chrysanthemum, newly tooled for the Black Series. And then bringing
If they do
pipeline
them
selection,
correctly.
pipeline reveals to a close. We have one more pipeline for Vintage Collection, and it's a brand new, newly tooled from the ground up Clone Trooper, Phase 2. So those are our pipeline reveals. We move fast. Feel free to come down to the booth and chat about them with us. We have one more bit of news before we get to Q&A.